So as you can see right here, I've got a big old box filled with Packable Backpacks. And the reason I have this box is, well, because here at Nomadization, we spent the last nearly 8 years reviewing the world's best travel and everyday carry gear. And I've got a little bit of a thing when it comes to packable backpacks. I really don't travel without one. Whether I'm one bagging or traveling with a suitcase, it doesn't matter. There's always some sort of small, compressible, or packable, or pancakeable backpack in my larger bag. So I have a bag when I get to my destination that can be used for my day pack. I've tested all these, and instead of like selecting my 7 favorites, I'm just gonna run through every single one of them real quickly. The goal is to help you find the best day pack for your needs because they're all kind of different and they all have different pros, which then have different cons and vice versa. And the good news is if you wanna learn more about any of the bags we're gonna discuss in this video, they're all gonna have their own in-depth review, which we've linked in the description below. And also a special shout out to Unbound Merino for partnering with us on this video. More information about them and their incredible travel clothes in just a second. Now, before we jump into the actual list, let's just talk about like what makes a packable day pack. And in my opinion, what makes a good packable day pack, because it's kind of a loose term. And I think to different people, it can mean different things. So I got 3 examples here to illustrate the packable day pack spectrum. On one side of the spectrum, we have the compressible day bag. This is a bag that can literally be scrunched up into a ball, folded into itself, and kind of kept like a little, I don't know, empanada, basically, in your bag. This type of compressible bag will be the most space efficient, but you're going to have some serious compromises when it comes to comfort. Because think about it, right? You want this thing to squish down, and that means that you can't have very well padded shoulder straps and back panel. Like this here is the Matador Refraction. It's just a lot of fabric, which is the beauty of its malleability, but there's nothing going on here in terms of padding. For some people though, that trade-off is worth it. In the middle of the spectrum, we have this bag, the Lite Ready Pack from Bellroy. And this is going to have a lot more padding on the back panel and the shoulder straps. You can see right here, look at all that. This is comfort, guys. And when you're using a day pack, a little comfort goes a long way. But because of that extra padding, this thing doesn't really compress. I mean, it can a bit. But for a bag like this, you're gonna wanna either pack it flat in your backpack, or you could fold it like a taco and put it in a different compartment. And then on the furthest end of the spectrum, you got a bag like this, the Pakt Mode 22 liters, which to be fair, isn't really marketed as a packable bag. It is marketed as a bag though that can fit within one of the sub-compartments of the larger Pakt travel backpack. And it's just gonna be used as an example of a bag that, you know, it's not gonna compress. And because of that back panel structure, you can't fold it at all. This is just a lay flatter. It's a pancake, as I like to refer to it. You can just pancake it. So because of that, the profile is gonna take up a crap ton more space than the other 2 bags, especially this little guy when it's fully folded up. But these bags cannot hold a candle to this bag in terms of its comfort. I think you get the gist. Now, I will give you some more specific buyer's advice by the end of this video, just in case you're still confused about which style best suits your needs. But really just comes down to balancing whatever you think is important. But no matter what, you're gonna wanna find a day pack that is light, durable, and also that looks good. Which reminds me of today's partner, Unbound Merino. But it is an easy transition because Unbound Merino is such a seamless fit into not just our content, but like the lifestyle of a light and modern traveler. As a modern traveler, there's 2 things that I always have with me. It's some sort of packable day pack, always, 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 and a range of Unbound Merino clothes, always, always, always as well. There's a few reasons for that. First of all, Unbound Merino clothes are made from merino wool, which is odor resistant, moisture wicking, kind of keeps you cool when it's hot out and kind of keeps you warm when it's cold out. And it's just the ideal cloth for traveling because of how quickly it dries, which means that if you get home after a long day exploring, you got your Bellroy, you know, just your Unbound, your Bellroy, and you're doing your thing in Tokyo for the day, and it's summer, and it's hot. The shirt's, you know, it's not gonna be great afterwards. You can quickly wash it at your hotel, and it dries the next day like that. I really dig the Unbound Merino shirts, but for me, the cream of the Unbound Merino crop is gonna come down to their travel hoodie and their travel pants. Yes, I have 2. Gotta have them in a few different colors. This ox blood is my go-to. It's been around the world with me. I just always have an Unbound Merino hoodie when I'm traveling. If I am on a flight without one, it just feels not great. I don't love it. I need my Unbound Merino hoodie. Both the pants and the hoodie have plenty of pockets, passport slots, zipper compartments, and just as importantly for me, the clothes just keep you looking fresh. Unbound Merino looks fly, and that's why they are without a doubt my go-to travel clothing brand, because here at Nomadization, I am extremely particular about who we partner with. I only want to recommend brands that I truly love, which I do for Unbound Merino. And they have awesomely given the Nomads Nation community a discount code for first-time buyers. So if you want to learn more about Unbound Merino, their amazing travel clothes, be sure to check out the first pinned comment below for that discount code. All right, first up, we're going to talk about the Bihn Daylight Backpack. Bihn makes all their bags in Seattle, so they're very high quality, but they're very expensive. But the quality part in particular is just awesome. And we got a really nice ballistic nylon here. This front slash pocket comes through clutch, and I love the interior blue lining. And on the compressible spectrum, this is probably in the middle. You're not gonna be able to really compress it down too much, but it's a great folder and a great pancaker. Just lay it on flat in your suitcase. Comfort, again, is kind of in that mid-tier. You got a little bit of padding here. Not much going on in the back panel, but again, that's gonna give you better folding abilities. And this is one of the rare day packs that actually comes with a hip belt included. It's not, you know, a world-class hip belt. It's not like a hiking hip belt that's sewn into the bag, but this will help relieve some pressure off your back, especially if you got this thing just fully decked out. And one thing that Bihn does that's pretty cool is all these internal lash points, so you can clip things inside the bag, just keep you organized. I think this is a good option for you if you just like that Bihn style. And what's cool about this day pack is it actually currently comes in 5 different color options. So you can find the vibe that just works for you. It's gonna be really durable, got a bit of a professional look to it. Oh, and also has a sternum strap, crucial for comfort. A lot of day bags do not have these guys. So I think if you're looking for a day bag that is in that mid-spectrum, that gives you some comfort, but goes the extra mile with the sternum strap and the hip belt, Bihn is a great option. The bag is 17 liters in capacity and runs around 125 USD. Now remember, all the bags we're gonna discuss in this video all have their own in-depth reviews linked in the description below. So be sure to check them out if you wanna learn more.
You should include the JanSport SuperBreak.
That's a good point, Sig. Yeah, let's do it. Let's throw JanSport into the mix. This is not in the box, but our media assistant Sig is like, dude, you gotta give JanSport a shout out. So let's do it. Number 2, JanSport SuperBreak. One of the largest backpack brands in the world. JanSport, they just revolutionized that old school kind of hipster book bag look. And I actually like this as a packable day pack because A, you can keep like true to your hipster roots. Like you wanna throw it back, keep it old school. JanSport's got your back. But it's also gonna be a bag that's not gonna cost a lot and also won't attract much attention. Just compare this to the Bihn, right? This looks really nice, well designed, the angles, the fabric. You know, this is a day pack that says, I might have a bit of money on me. The JanSport, though, does not communicate that at all. The JanSport says, I am broke as fuck because I've spent all my money on cheap whiskey and Parliament cigarettes. I have nothing left to spend. On the scale, this is going to be sort of in the middle where it can fold a bit, but it's very pancakeable, but it's not gonna be fully compressible, too much fabric going on. Really nice shoulder straps, a lot of chunk here and a really reboundy kind of a padding inside. Like it's actually like a really high quality foam given the cost of this bag. No real internal organization, so when you are day packing around your new city, everything's just gonna kind of fall to the bottom, but yeah, that's just the JanSport way. It keeps things simple. And honestly, it works as a solid day pack. And I want this to kind of highlight the fact that your day pack doesn't necessarily need to be expensive. How much is the JanSport, Sig? Yeah, so it's 45 bucks. I wouldn't go too much cheaper than that because then your bag's gonna probably rip at the seams at some point, especially at the shoulder straps or the top handle, or you'll get some zipper breakage. This is the first thing to fail on a cheap bag. JanSport is, I wouldn't say a cheap bag, but a more accessible bag in terms of its price point. So hopefully those issues won't be a problem. You never know though when you get what you pay for, right? This bag is advertised at 26 liters capacity. I think it's gonna come in a little bit smaller, but also it just has a really nice compressible sort of shape to it. So it doesn't feel as big as it's gonna carry when you need to carry extra gear. And again, it runs around 45 USD. We did do a full review of this bag many moons ago in our old studio with our old setup. So it's not gonna be our highest quality review, but if you wanna take a little turn down Nomads Nation memory lane, you can do so and learn more about the JanSport SuperBreaker with the links in the description below. Next up, we got the Bellroy Lite Ready. Bellroy is an innovative Australian carry brand, and this bag is kind of like a middle ground between outdoorsy meets quirky urban. And I think that's actually a great use case for this bag if you plan to use your day pack for some outdoor excursions. Because the story of this bag is going to be all this ventilation on the back panel. You see all that high quality mesh? It's also lining the shoulder straps as well. Now, the truth of the matter is if you go hiking outside, where I'm at right now in Hong Kong, where it's 95 degrees with 105% humidity, there's only so much that this back panel and ventilated shoulder straps, it's only so much it can do for you. But it's definitely better than not having it, and it will provide some relief. This is definitely mid-spectrum. It's a little foldable, very flat, packable. But here's what's interesting. It's one of the few day packs on this list that has an external water bottle pocket. A lot of day bags, they don't got this, which is why, again, this really works for the more outdoorsy types. If you're on a hike in the middle of summer in Hong Kong, you're gonna wanna stay hydrated. Beautiful fabric choices. Top loader accesses the main compartment with a quick access pocket at the northernmost point of the bag, and also does come with a sternum strap for a bit of extra comfort. It is 18 liters in size and runs around 140 USD. Oh, we're getting into epic territory here. Meet the Matador Refraction. Hold up real fast. So, breaking news. After recording this video, Matador decided to kill their refraction backpack. Or should I say, transform it. It's now been slightly redesigned and fully renamed the Packable 18-liter backpack. And it is a little bit different, but not too different as where we thought we had to reshoot this entire video. The new version is still extremely compressible, has some killer color options, and has a quick access pocket in the front, but it's no longer a kangaroo pocket, it's now a zippered pocket. So everything that we say moving forward through this video about the refraction backpack, it still stands true, just in a slightly different package. Back to the video. Possibly the most popular packable backpack in the world. A few reasons why. One, this color is killer. Number two, we actually have two external water bottle pockets. Number three, you've got this quick access pocket in the front. But number four, most importantly of all, is you can scrunch this whole bag up, shoulder straps and all, into the top pocket. Takes a little bit of time. And you can zip it into itself. But here's something that's interesting. I have traveled with this bag to many locations, and I never do this whole zipping thing, which is one note that I think, I don't know, I wanna hear your thoughts. It's taking time, right? This is in real time. I'm trying to zip this up. Come on. Okay, so that took a minute, but it's done. And now, got our little Matador football. But for me personally, I think the folding into itself feature is a little bit gimmicky. And the reason is A, it's cumbersome and annoying to do. And maybe that depends on the personality type. Maybe I'm just an impatient person, which I am. But like, how much more space did we really save? Because yeah, we cut down the profile of it this way, right? The length and the width. We just created so much more depth. So I think you just took fabric and went, you know, instead of like this into going into this. Just one man's opinion. I know that a lot of people like this, and maybe it's just about a feeling, that satisfaction of like, that sensation, just like knowing that you're totally organized and the bag is in here and it's clean, and maybe you're a little OCD, but I'm not judging because I got a little bit of that in me as well. And the truth is, if that's what you're into, this is probably the best option on the market. Ooh, and you got a little lash point right here, so you can carry this on the exterior of your bag, which actually, that makes it a bit more valuable. Then it kind of doubles up. I don't know, for me though, I'm just never gonna zip it up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You gonna take the time to do that, or you're just gonna be like me and just unload it in your backpack as it's supposed to be. Like so. The refraction is 16 liters in size and runs around 65 USD. Remember, all the reviews, link below. Next up, we got VenturePal. I'll be a little bit quicker about this one. They're a cheaper brand. This was a monster. It's 40 fucking liters. And it's also basically like a full-on backpack where you can see we've got lots of compartments throughout the bag, double water bottle pockets, and a little bit of padding on the shoulder straps, but not much, because basically this is like the largest packable day pack ever. And it's like in the middle of the spectrum where it can fold down. Actually, it can like double fold even, or obviously be packed flat. It's very cheap. It's 25 bucks. I don't think it's gonna work for most people, but if you feel like you need a day pack that is huge and that doesn't require an enormous investment of money, VenturePal, it's the best that I've seen yet. Next up on this list, guys, let's talk about Aaron's favorite. It's the Aer Go Pack 2. I could talk about this bag for hours. And the reason is, I just fucking adore it. I have taken it to dozens of countries around the world, and now I'm at a point in my life where it's like, if I'm going to a new location, I'm like, okay, I could test out a new bag, or I can just bring the Aer Go Pack 2, because it's perfect. Aer's a carry brand from San Francisco, and they're known for making more like techie and urban style gear. This is a little outside of their traditional design language, but it's an absolute masterpiece where you got this front kangaroo pocket, two external water bottle pockets, top sunglasses pocket, top handle, plus half zip opening into the main compartment with a bit of organization in there as well. I think the magic of this bag is many things. That front kangaroo pouch, it just is so usable. But I think the fabric choice too, this kind of crinkle nylon gives the bag a little bit of structure while still being very foldable. This one for me is, again, middle of the spectrum. It's not compressible, but very foldable and very pancakeable. The back panel's got a bit of padding. The shoulder straps are very well padded. And this right here, luggage pass-through. See, you got a nice laptop sleeve in here, and I'll put my laptop in this bag. So when you got the laptop in there, and then you slide this onto the suitcase handle, it just works so well as a personal item. And this is what's great about this bag, is it's not just a bag that I bust out when I get to my destination. It's just a bag that I might bring on my entire journey with me. So then it's my personal item on my flight, plus my day pack when I actually get to my destination. It's just gonna be really hard to beat this bag, assuming you don't want the fully compressible stuff, right? If you want, you know, Matador, look at how much smaller this is compared to this. Like this guy, we can get it down to nothing. This guy, that is not gonna happen. There's just a lot of fabric and a lot of structure in here. But if comfort's important to you, accessibility and high qualityness and value, it's gonna be hard to beat this, because this bag is only 99 USD, which is very cheap in my opinion for what you're getting. And it's coming in at 20 liters capacity. It actually is pretty slim, or I would say like kind of compressed when you're not fully packing it out, but it can really pack a punch when you need it. It's one of my favorite bags of all time. If you wanna learn why, we did actually a full updated review of this bag quite recently. Real fast, you may have seen this bag in the box and we're skipping it, and the reason is we just found out it's discontinued. This is the Boundary Supply Packable bag. It's pretty gnarly, but it doesn't exist anymore. But if you find this one anywhere on a second-hand marketplace, Reddit, Poshmark, Nomads Nation Marketplace, it's a pretty good bag. Bellroy Lite Daypack. This is our second Bellroy on the list. I think this is a little bit better if you want something that's a little bit simpler. In contrast to the previous Bellroy backpack, this one's got the water bottle holder. It's got a few more pockets. The Lite Daypack though is a bit simpler. This color is beautiful, but it will get dirty very fast. But just look at these little touches that Bellroy has. I think it's just a bag that's just satisfying to look at. Simple main compartment with a bit of internal organization. And basically the same exact harness system as the Lite Ready that we looked at before. Bit of padding on the back panel, bit of padding on the shoulder straps, nice ventilation, plus you get a sternum strap. It's basically the Lite Ready, just like a simplified version. It's 20 liters in size, and it runs 99 USD. Next up, we got the Nomatic Navigator Collapsible Pack. And this one is different. Because Nomatic was like, guys, we need a meeting. Boardroom, everyone bring it in. All right, what are two things we like? And they're like, compressible backpacks, like great. What's another thing that we like? Someone from the back was like, tacos. Like, that's it. And then we have the Navigator, which as you can see, you've got this back panel, which has these two components here, sort of like these half circles. And what you can do is throw the shoulder straps on the front and do one of these, zip it on up, and then voila. Oh, wait for it. Boom. You got the Nomatic taco. Hard shell, of course. Tex-Mex style. This is a little bit of a hard shell. It's more of a padded, kind of structured material. And it comes with a top handle here as well. This is one of those things I think for the more, let's say, particular people out there, where it just provides a more clean presentation inside your bag. Again, if you have more patience than me, you might appreciate that, because then you can zip it up and then kind of slide it into your suitcase somewhere and slide it out. For me though, I'm all about the mayhem. Just throw it in there, dude. But outside of the taco storage system, it's a pretty interesting bag. You can see right here on the shoulder straps, you can see through them. There's some really nice ventilation. Can you see through it, Sig? Okay, perfect. So it's gonna provide a little bit of relief on those hot summer days wherever you're traveling to. The back panel itself kind of works. You might notice it kind of bulging in your back a little bit, but in my testing, it was never terrible. We got two external water bottle pockets, main compartment, you have a single sleeve, pretty basic. I think this could potentially work maybe as a business compressible backpack. I don't know. See, that's kind of Nomatic's thing. They're very focused on professionals. So I guess that this could work in a pinch in that situation, but I think the selling point really is the taco storage system and how clean that is. And the fact that on the back panel, it will give you a little bit of extra structure, which can make it more comfortable. It is 16 liters capacity and runs around 100 USD. But yeah, it's an interesting bag. We reviewed it many, many moons ago. To watch the full review, link below. Next up, we got the Pakt Stash Packable Backpack. Now, we used the Pakt mode as an example earlier in our criteria section. But like I said, it's not really a packable backpack. It's just a regular backpack that can pack down really flat. This is Pakt's actual packable backpack. And this is a bit more, we're not fully compressible. No, this is more like in the middle, but like between level 1 and level 2, like kind of in between. And I think the most important thing about Pakt is just how beautiful their bags are. This colorway is just fucking stunning, and all their colorways are this great. I just think that this is Pakt's sort of unique selling point. Not to take away from their premiumness of their bags, but they've honed in so much on a silhouette and different color options that are so them and so unique on the market. But this bag packs a punch with its functionality too. You got a quick access front pocket, a little bit of a top admin pocket as well for a bunch of organization. No water bottle holders on the outside. You think there would be. This bag is too slim though. That's sort of Pakt's aesthetic as well. Their bags are very sexy, very sexified, very slim on your back, which is also great because some of these other packable bags, like let's say the Aer Go Pack 2, my favorite, it can get bulky when you're packing it out because the bag is shorter, but it's also wider. Pakt bags are taller and slimmer. So when you're in like a really crowded train station and you're commuting, it's just less likely to catch on things or to bump someone. It just makes you feel very streamlined. The back panel was a little scratchy for my taste, but it works nicely. Decent ventilation, decent padding, same with the shoulder straps. I never think Pakt is the most comfort-focused brand. I think that their primary things are their aesthetic, right? Making sure that it just nails that sexification. But I also love their internal materials. It kind of grew on me over time. I didn't love the feel. I thought it was kind of cheap at first, but actually it just vibes with the bag. It's something different. It is 16 liters in capacity and runs around 99 USD. Oh, this is interesting. We got a packable duffel in here. I guess just quickly, like, this is the Matador Fraction duffel. But there are very, very few scenarios I would recommend bringing a packable duffel. Maybe if you're staying long-term at an Airbnb and you really just like putting your groceries in something like this, or maybe if you're really hardcore into gym life and when you get to your destination, you want a gym bag. But otherwise, this is a great bag, but there's nothing against the bag. I just think the duffel packable experience itself is just kind of gonna be a rare thing for people because most people, you want a backpack because it's gonna be a more comfortable experience. You're walking around for 10 hours, you're in a new location all day long. Don't do a duffel. But if you're interested in this duffel, it's 25 liters in size and runs 55 USD. Last bag on this list, guys. That's sad. And it with a bang. This is the WaterField Packable Backpack. WaterField's a US-based company. They're in San Francisco. And this is a very unique offering for a day pack. It does some things very specifically that I like. I think for many people, the primary selling point of this bag is going to be the primary fabric. It's a very professional and sleek looking fabric, and WaterField claims that it never wrinkles. Now, obviously you can see, I would say it's got a little bit of waviness to it, but it's definitely a fabric that's just going to look clean and sleek. And the shape of the bag also looks clean and sleek, which is why I think it's actually a good packable bag for business trips. It's just got a premium feel to it. You got this really nice internal lining. There's no built-in laptop sleeve, so you will want to bring your own laptop case for protection. You do though have 2 external water bottle pockets. And we got a bit of padding on the shoulder straps, but not much really. These are really thin, which is why it might not look like it, but this bag is definitely very, very much so on like tier 1 of the spectrum, where this is a very compressible bag. You can see on the main compartment right here, you have this pocket. You can go ahead and roll the whole bag into here. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fit, but I believe it will. Bit of a tight squeeze. Yeah, it'll eventually get in there. But again, was all that work worth this thing? I don't think so. I think that a bag like this is so thin in its profile that the best thing to do is when you're not using it, just to pack it at the bottom of the bag or your suitcase. We got 16 liters capacity and it runs around 140 USD. Now, if you're still watching this, there's a good chance that you're not sure which of these packable bags is best for you. And I get it, there's a lot of options in the market and we got like a spectrum within the options and there's pros and cons, it's tough. So let me give you my top 2 options. But before I do, in case you're not aware, here at Nomads Nation, after reviewing hundreds of the world's best bags, I actually got like the desire deep in my belly to make my own bag brand. And I started just by wanting to build one bag in public, the Firo T22, but then that ended up spawning an entire brand, which is Firo. And for Firo, I want to keep things very focused. We make modern bags for modern professionals that keep you feeling streamlined and focused. Now, as of recording, we don't have our own packable day pack, but we're going to very soon. So by the time that you're watching this, we might already have one. So if you kind of like the things that I believe in when it comes to day packs and what I think is really valuable in a day pack, you should definitely check out fire.co, because either our day pack will be there by this time, or you can learn more about our other bags where we have a everyday carry, a sling, and a travel bag. So be sure to check out fire.co, or you can learn more with the second link in the description below. All right, my top options. First of all, honorable mention goes to the Bellroy Lite Ready Pack. It's a great pick for you if you want something that can do the outdoor trails and the urban sidewalks. You got a little bit of money to spend, you want some premium materials, you like a bag that can fold a little bit, but also pack down pretty well, that also gives you some decent comfort. This is a great option. But my top two choices are going to be as such: Matador Refraction, Aer Go Pack 2. And these are a tale of two bags. If you want compressible that can go down like so, I would say that myself and most of the carry community is just gonna make this the easiest recommendation. It's just so good at what it does. But if you want a bag that's a little bit on the opposite end of the spectrum, that's gonna have less compressibility, but more comfort, Aer Go Pack 2, all day. One of my favorite backpacks of all time. You can fold it, you can pack it, you can wear it comfortably, you can use it with your suitcase, and you can carry your water bottles, and you will find so many joyful uses for this kangaroo pouch. It's just infinitely handy. You won't get it until you try it. And then you're like, oh my God, the kangaroo pouch is the best fucking thing ever. So top two recommendations, just depends on what you value. To learn more about either though, you can just watch these videos right here. If you got any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Shout out again to Unbound Merino for partnering with us on this video. You can check out their awesome travel clothes with the pinned comment below. And we'll catch you guys next time.